Hello and welcome back to Windmill 2022 in this third round women's division matchup between 3SB in pink and Seagulls in blue. 3SB starting on offense but giving it back to Seagulls pretty early on. Early break opportunity for them. My name is Luke Burgess. I am joined by Corey Sostrom. How's it going, Corey?
It's going fantastic. I'm just happy to be here.
Oh, me too. Honestly, it's great. Weather's good. Frisbee's good.
And the vibes are good too.
The vibes. That is what Windmill is all about. As Seagulls continue working around the back. High shot. This is near side. Comfortably collected. As Seagulls continue working ever more towards that end zone. Shot to the back. Goes over the receiver. And 3SB will get the disc back. We have been given the roster for 3SB. Unfortunately, and I have been told how to pronounce their surnames. So I have no excuse, but I'm going to get the excuses out anyway.
And I am just bad with names.
Yeah.
So I definitely will get the names wrong. If you're watching this stream later on, please forgive us.
Yeah.
We're trying.
We are trying. Unfortunately, their kit is like pink on pink numbers, so not only are the surnames hard, but I say hard, I'm just being an incompetent British person. But the numbers are also hard to read. Jeuken throws away. And Seagulls with a break opportunity once again. Interesting that 3SB are immediately setting up a zone on the turn. These have been quite fast turns. They've not been waiting around, but 3SB is straight into that zone. Three-person cut. Big hammer to the wide open receiver on the far side. Well read, as the disc probably did go through the sun there. 3SB staying zone. Another hammer over the top. Into the front corner, and Seagulls opens up with a break.
And what a point to start off the game, honestly. I mean, that was super interesting to see, like you said, 3SBs to come out in the zone. We have seen from the last game the wind picking up here, especially on this field. So I'm not mad with the zone look at all. Again, it cost turns. It got the Seagulls down there, but the Seagulls slicing it through, giving some hammers. 2 hammies.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
upwind as well. I mean, it's not very windy at the moment, but there has been a breeze. We've seen it affect throws on the pitches so far today already. But nicely done by the Seagulls. So Seagulls are going to Worlds this year, one of 2 teams from Germany in the women's division, along with Jinx from Berlin, Seagulls from Hamburg. 3SB are not going to Worlds, so they're gearing up for Euros at the end of the season.
As you see here, look in the comments too section for YouTube. They say, I see what? I see goals. Pretty cool chant right there, I think. Yeah. Hero 2, we see you as well.
So nice pull from Seagulls. Collected by 3SB. Deep shot. Way too far. Seagulls in possession once again. Low throw, but collected. Nice one-handed grab to maintain possession. Ooh, but that disc did not sit in the space. 3SB, get the disc back. Nice few quick passes. Just popping it back. Setting up their end zone offense. Poach on the open side. Big blade to this break side. Too far though. That's the hardest name.
As you see here, the Seagulls just slowly walking up the disc. 3SBs pinning them on the cone for the zone, and that's exactly the formation they want to start out in.
Yeah, it's good position for 3SB to get the block. Very wide cup. Scuba is complete.
A dangerous Scooby snack right there, but Seagulls are still trapped on that in-zone line. And it might be California territory here.
Ooh, there was an opportunity. But the zone does its job. 3SB keep the disc trapped on this near sideline. Throw over to pick up. But the shot to the end zone is incomplete. 2 Seagulls defenders right on it. 3SB will set up the zone again. Seagulls get it moving, but... And there we are. They find the way through the zone. There's the lead pass upfield. 1v1 towards the end zone. Looks it off. Can they keep the disc moving, though? The zone's set back up. Got to do it all again. Not a huge amount of movement from the Seagulls. But there's the gap. Just working it down this near sideline. Fakes the inside. Looking for the reset, but the zone is set up. Clamping tightly. That head disc just goes a little bit too high.
And 3SB zones working here. That's 2 turns in this 1 point here for the Seagulls. And you would think, too, as soon as they sliced it up and got halfway through, maybe the zone wasn't working there, but 3SB's continuing to move it on and have an opportunity again to get in the end zone.
Just throw over, finds a reset. Blade. Nicely collected. 3SB off to the races now. That throw does not find the target. They go for the zone again. Set up quickly. Linda with the disc. 4 Seagulls. Nice high release. But once again, the zone is set up. The Seagulls work it through. Near side now. Has some options in the end zone. And 2 quick passes later. Seagulls punch in another.
And that is a break for the Seagulls right there. It looks like maybe even a little bit of a preemptive catch to see. I think it was meant for the person in the end zone, but she'll take that anyway as we see the Seagulls slicing through the zone. I mean, the turns are coming for 3SBs, but 3SBs, once they get the disc, turn it over as well, and Seagulls aren't going to make that same mistake again as they punish that zone, and they continue on, as you can see here, where you can see the vision with the thrower in line, and it looks like it's rising up, but it's a safe snag in the air for an easier catch and throw for a score.
Yeah, the 2 passes were easier. I think that shooting straight to the end zone was going to be a little bit tricky. As you saw, the wind lifted that disc up. But yeah, 3SB just not quite connecting on their offense.
As we see here, the wind is really picking up now, again, blowing pages of notebooks out. The wind is turning in the background. Definitely some zony weather, I'd say. Maybe a little bit more rotation on the flicks or the throws.
So ball from Seagulls. So about the brick mark on that far sideline. And 3SB will get it moving. Seagulls, tight defense, but nice break throw to open it up. Looks off the open side. Josh Nervat, another high release. Marazavova, Josh Nervat shoots to the end zone. Two receivers underneath it. One defender. Ooh. One defender gets the better read.
And she got up for that too.
Oh yeah. So less commitment to the zone on the defense from 3SB that time. A few players just matching up near the disc, but once again, Seagulls struggling to get out of the corner when they get trapped there on the turn.
And the wind really pushing that disc down to the ground, and it gives 3SB's beautiful field position.
From over with the disc for 3SB. Finds the IO. But they will need at least one more pass, and that is it. Oh no, not quite, not in yet. There's the shot to the end zone. And 3SB will get their first point of the game.
As you can see, their number 21, Anna Durakova, throwing the assist to Sarah Tassanova there, and that puts 3SBs on the board. The zone coming back, and it's working. It's getting really windy out here. I mean, honestly, it's still kind of deceitful in the way that it slows down, gives you a little bit of window, but then right as soon as you throw it, picks right back up and slams it down. And as we see there, 3SBs capitalizing on the great field position to get on the board to make it 2-1.
Yeah, 3SB just getting into the groove. Starting to complete some passes, starting to get some confidence on offense.
And that's only what they need to. That's just the last little oomph within their defense. They get the turns there, they can drive it down the field, but they've been having some troubles converting before now. And since they put it in, like you said, that gives them a little bit more momentum, some confidence to come in and completely push it down. And let's see if they can capitalize again for a break.
Yeah, both teams have been turning over. Zone once again, 3SB. Nice pivot forwards, gets through the first line of defense, but just overthrown ever so slightly. Ayden shoots deep, has a receiver, just a bit too far for Otova.
And even though it was a little bit deep, I'm not too upset about that shot from 3SBs, as now Seagulls have to work the whole width of the field to get back into position.
The 3SB zone has been putting in work for the most part. Scuba.
Wow.
Nice. Straight to the receiver.
That was whipped on a line. What a beautiful scoop.
Another one. Just popping it over the top of that wall. Now some double dribbling.
Luke, I know you're excited about hearing the dribbling there.
Dribbling is my thing. But the zone is set back up. They didn't manage to keep that momentum. There's the shot to the end zone. And 2 3SB defenders under it. We'll deal with the threat, no problem. It's really important when playing good zone to keep that momentum once you get past the wall. Like staying ahead of the cup makes your offense a lot easier. And there we saw Seagulls just slow down a little bit just for the end zone.
Exactly, because once you stop, and especially the positioning of where you catch the disc, because if you catch it on the sideline, that's exactly where they want you to set it up here. And maybe I might be going on a little bit of, I guess, a prediction here, but 3SB could potentially see if they can work it up the field, and if things get bad, could just punt the disc back and keep working until they get favorable field position, as we saw last point.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a bit of fucking D. Legitimate strategy. There's the deep shot from Tassanova. And is complete. Kralikova with the catch. And 3SB back in this game. There's still a breakdown though. But they are back.
So we see here a great break for 3SBs to get back on the board. We see number 5, Rachel Tassanova. She is going to be one of the key points, the highlights for this 3SBs team, and just chucks it down to Dominika Kralikova. Kralikova, excuse me again. And nickname Bunny on the team as well. And just having that field position and getting a much needed break here. They proved me wrong, my prediction. But again, I think they'll be happy with that, moving it down the line confidently and getting the score, using their zone and continuing to get turns. That's the biggest thing.
I think all of the questions are being asked of Seagulls at this point. 3SB have woken up a bit, cleaned their offense up. Now it's up to Seagulls to deal with this zone from 3SB. They've shown they can break through, but they've yet to really confidently convert, breaking through that first line of defense into a goal.
As we can see with this pull, the wind putting it down a bit more, giving the Seagulls favorable field position at halfway.
Seagulls get forced back though on this first pass. They are crashing from behind the disc. There's the scuba over the top. It's been effective before, but not able to turn that into the forwards momentum that they need to get to the end zone. Trapped in that far sideline now. They keep completing like one pass forwards and then getting stuck. The key is to keep it moving. Stay spread out downfield. And once you get past that cup, maintain that forwards momentum. Don't let the zone set back up again. This is still good from Seagulls. They are working it down the field, slowly but surely. There's a nice give and go. Not quite able to pop the disc through to the end zone. Working it around the back now. 3SB staying zone.
And great discipline right here from the Seagulls to wait for opportunities and windows instead of forcing it on this line. They know how important it is to get this point here.
Scuba over the top. Easy score for Seagulls though. The Scuba opening things up for them at the start of the point and closing it for them at the end as well. That's much more like it from Seagulls.
Exactly, and that's a huge confidence boost and a great way to start the point out at halfway. They took the throws that were given, moving it around. Even though it took a little bit longer than there, they don't matter how long it takes for them. They're going to get it there, and you can just see a nice Scooby snack, excuse me, to finish off the point. And the Seagulls regain the ship at 3-2. And now I wonder, Luke, too, it might just be a question as well. Do you think the Seagulls are still going to stick with the match defense, or maybe they might go to a zone themselves as we see the wind kind of picking up here along these lines?
I mean, it's an idea, but I think for now, I predict that they will stay with the match D. Maybe later, we'll see some zone. You know, the old saying, you should never lose a game without playing zone.
Yeah.
Be surprised, sometimes teams just can't deal with it. And 3SB starting out the game with some zone defense, getting themselves back into the game, largely on the back of that. We get to see their offense again, and I was completely wrong. Immediate zone.
They might have heard us here over commentating.
Yeah, cursed myself. And it's doing work. 3SB stuck on this sideline, having to work it backwards and sideways. Not able to find a gap yet. They get these forwards passes, but then they don't get the continuation and they allow the zone to set up again. There's a bit of a deep shot. Oh, well read from Shrumova. And there's the shot to the end zone. That's all it took, that one break through the zone. And 3SB very confidently put that goal in.
And even then, I was quite shocked to see the disc thrown deep. Usually with that deep defender, you kind of don't want to hit there because it's the tallest defender and sometimes maybe the most athletic defender there. But it didn't phase 3SBs, as you said right there. Number 74, Shrumova really was patient with the disc, keeping her eyes in focus there. And it allowed for an easy score. And 3SBs tying the score up 3-3. So we have a match.
We do indeed.
Which zone is going to prevail? As we see here, just waiting for both teams to get ready. 3SBs have the pull. Looks like a hand's about to go up. Maybe blocking the sun. Nope, hand up.
Yeah, Sun was behind clouds for most of the last game, but back out now in full force. As Seagulls open up their offense with some movement around the back. 3SB sticking with this zone. That's been pretty effective for them so far, especially now the wind's picking up a bit. There's the first pass through the cup. Trying their best to stay ahead of it, but 3SB are there. Working around the back once again. Ooh, fakes the hammer over the top.
Ooh.
This just dropped, but picked up nicely. Still working around the back. 3SB not too bothered about closing down that space in front of the disc. Happy to let Seagulls go from side to side. On this near sideline now. Still very loose from 3SB. Testing Seagulls' patience. Swing to the far side. So try and work it through the middle, but the zone is set. There's the give and go, and the return pass, and the pop through. There's the far side shot into the end zone, and that is how you beat a zone. Well played from Seagulls.
That really is. That was kind of mesmerizing to watch. And from 3SBs, as you could see there too, they had a 3-person cup. It looks like also with the wings of the cup and making it a 4th-person cup. So as you mentioned before, Luke, kind of having some person or somebody get open within that window. Once you break that initial cup, you can really let it fly.
So we see these give goes on the replay again. Attacking from behind the disc. Little 1-2 play, and then suddenly you're in the cup or in front of the cup. You can just step through, throw to whoever's positioned behind the cup, and continue that momentum into the end zone. Typically, against this kind of zone, once you get through the cup, you have a numbers advantage downfield. So it's impossible for the defense to cover everyone. And Seagulls make the most of that, punch it in.
Exactly, especially with short field position right there too. Once they broke the cup, just had to pick your spots on the end zone and punish them. And that's what the Seagulls did as well. As we have it 4-3, a tight game.
Yeah, both teams are here to play. Seagulls opting for the same zone as last point, and 3SB taking a page out of the Seagulls playbook. Immediately give going through that zone, maintaining that flow. But they ran out of players. Stopped flow for a second. The Seagulls switch to match defense. 3SB adjust well.
Oh,
what a block! Seagulls getting huge. Reading the play, getting their body on the line, and winning the disc back for Seagulls.
And that's just an instance of where the zone, if you stick with it,
oh no,
it can pay dividends. Wow.
Seagulls got away with that. Slightly errant throw. So nice attacking from behind the disc again, but not quite able to get through the cup. Opts for the high swing. Finds the receiver down that far sideline, but nobody there to back them up. And Seagulls will have to face a fully set zone once again, but the wind is not that strong, so that's why we're seeing these overhead swings. They're very much available. The Seagulls are committing a lot of defenders near the disc, leaving players free on the far side of the pitch, but that throw is just rushed a little bit. And 3SB get the disc back. Seagulls not going for the zone, playing match instead. Very, very late switch. Gives Drakova the disc with lots of space. Shromova tries to find that reset pass, but I mean, I'm saying the wind wasn't affecting much, but like short throws like that, if you don't put lots of spin on them, the wind will push them down, and that's what we saw there. The Seagulls have to face the fully set 3SB zone again. Wide open receiver on this near sideline. Nice throw as the wind gusts a little bit. 3SB set once again. Looking for that inside break, can't quite find it. Over the top. Nicely done. Seagulls knocking on the doorstep. There's the pop pass into the end zone. Good work from Seagulls.
And that is a break for the Seagulls to go up 5-3. Again, instances where you could see the wind dying down here, making passes over the head go a bit easier than expected, but then the wind just essentially just gusted out of nowhere, making the zone super effective for the Seagulls. And playing against that zone so much and having the zone, you should note the throw against the zone, and that's exactly what the Seagulls did, as we see a beautiful run through D, and then a rare turn for Smerimova for the Seagulls to capitalize with a scoob for a hockey assist.
Was it a scoop? I thought it was high release. High release backhand. Either way. Nicely done from Seagulls. So some questions being asked of this 3SB defense now. The zone did some work early in the game, but Seagulls seem to have figured it out. Got themselves together, very consistently getting past it now. Good pull from Seagulls. There's 3SB, work it around the back. Seagulls going for zone again. Nice throw over the top. There's a defender there, well read. Confidently went up with two hands. High pass over the top.
Gabidlan giving us some ice pops here. That's how hot it is.
And that was just about in the end zone. Couldn't quite tell from the commentary booth, but good offense from 3SB. Working it nicely through that Seagull zone. Lots of high discs again, as the wind pretty much non-existent at that point.
Yeah, and that's exactly what 3SB's needed, just to facilitate through that zone there as they work it around, and the flow was really chill. It's really calm. I mean, they just moved it down the field easy enough to score, and that's 5-4. So we see everybody here in the production crew getting a nice ice pop. Super refreshing here. I think I got an apple flavor. I don't think I've, oh no, this is a pear flavor, excuse me. I don't think I've ever had a pear popsicle. Say that 3 times fast.
3SB with the pull. Seagulls catching it around the brick mark. Ooh, low grab. Match defense from 3SB. For I think what is the first time at the start of their defensive possession this game. Let's see how Seagulls manage. Doing pretty well so far, just calmly working the disc around the back. Finally up the line pass, fakes the hammer. Looking in field now. No movement. Shoots to the end zone.
It's a timeout called by the Seagulls.
Veteran timeout call. Some discussion between the thrower and the mark, though. Stall out, contested is the resolution. So disc will go back. And will come in stalling 8. This was in the hands of that player for quite some time, and that's the turnover. Unfortunate for Seagulls. As 3SB immediately shoot deep. And just about maintain possession. The Seagulls defender was right there. Shot to the end zone. A bit too far. Estrakova Just put that out a little bit too far in front. Poltusta.
But I just have to highlight, too, what a catch there. That Doroshenko to get up. I mean, she got up for that disc. To give
Under a lot of pressure as well.
Exactly.
Defender was right there.
As we see here, match defense from 3SB as the wind is still prevalent. It's not picking up as much here, but Seagulls will capitalize and see if they can take advantage of the match defense, but they don't, and they give great field position to 3SB.
T-shot. Dumps back, shot to the end zone. It's sitting up.
Ooh.
That was so close. The wind just lifted the disc up at the last second, kept it from hitting the ground. But despite the best efforts of 3SB, Seagulls will get the disc back.
Toslanarova there too, having the vision to throw it to space and almost completing that pass to two of her teammates. Really impressive to see, but it was just too short.
low.
Yes.
Close defense from 3SB now as Seagulls look down the sideline. There's the block.
SBs with the disc now. Looks like the Seagulls are also picking up on match defense, and they shoot it deep. Krelikova there, and it hits her hands, but it comes out. A tough read, as there was two defenders from the Seagulls and also two receivers from 3SBs. But what turns out to be a grind point now for the Seagulls is coming a bit long now, I should say. As we see here, the Seagulls picking up the disc. Coming back out in match defense, 3SBs.
Nice inside shot. Open up the possession for Seagulls. Tight defense from 3SB now. And they are rewarded with a block on the end zone. Nicely done. That could have gone poorly, but Doroshenko does find a receiver in the end zone. I think the initial target was not the one that ultimately caught the disc, but a goal is a goal.
And I see that pun you used there, ultimately caught the disc. But yeah, Toslanarova, I think she was not aiming for Estakova right there in the back of the end zone, but I think she'll take regardless of the points there. And that ties the score 5-5 for 3SBs and the Seagulls.
What a game.
What a game indeed. As we see here, while we are commentating this game, we also have our corresponding game on the other field right behind us too.
Yeah, is no good versus, I forget the other team. Ranelagh on the other stream. But why would you watch that when the good game is this one? I've no idea what the score is on the other pitch. I don't particularly want to know. But
no reason to know.
You can go watch that later. You can go watch that later. You're here watching live, presumably.
And it can't get any closer than this as we have both scores 5-5.
So match defense once again from 3SB. Forcing Seagulls around the back to begin with.
Oh,
what a grab. Gets horizontal, gets a hand to it. Seagulls maintain possession. Now they're going. There's the give go on the return pass to the deep shot. Sitting out in front of the receiver. Nicely done. What a possession from Seagulls.
And for Proust, their one laying out and catching that disc was, like you said, getting horizontal there. Had to really lay out for that. And then also throwing the assist down deep. What a point there for the Seagulls.
And that's going to put some confidence into the team. 3SB did so well at the start of that possession, forcing Seagulls to work it around the back, shutting down the downfield options. But Seagulls save possession, complete the deep shot.
And that's just what they needed too. I mean, both teams going back-to-back rattled there. Seagulls taking advantage of the match defense right there. Before, they were having some trouble along the end zone sets the point before that, but last point, they just moved fluidly. Had to make some tough grabs, but it paid dividends as they got the hold.
And sometimes a difficult hold is better than an easy one. Hypes your team up, gets everyone excited. 3SB start possession on the sideline, but rescue that slightly errant infield pass. Working down that far side.
And now everybody's laying out.
Yeah. Everyone's leaving their feet. 3SB inch closer to the end zone. Working around the back, looking infield now. Doroshenko. Back to Dorokova. Shot to the end zone. A little bit of miscommunication, but the layout score will not stand as there was a pick in the stack. Estrakova. We'll get the disc back and try again for 3SB. Score count coming in on 5, it seems. Finds the front of stack. There's the continuation to the end zone. Nicely done. Pavlova to Jakobin for the score. And another comfortable hold. It's one apiece for each team, the last few points.
And they're trading blow for blow here, honestly. I mean, one goes for a hold, the other one goes for a hold. One goes for a break, the other goes for a break. One goes to a zone, the other goes to a zone. It just keeps going back and forth. You can see a great usage of strategies by both teams here, and they're paying dividends. It's a real chess match in this matchup, honestly.
Yeah, multiple layout grabs for 3SB. Rescuing possession. And even though that disc went back for a pick, it's an impressive grab nonetheless.
They'll take it. As you can see right here, Jeuken, going into the end zone, freeing up some space, and then just catching a score right here. As we see the Seagulls taking a little bit of time to regroup, getting some more agendas coming out on the line.
They only have 4. Okay, no, they have more than 4 subs. They're just not. The rest of the Seagulls line is just not interested in talking to their teammates on the line. They're chilling on the sideline, getting some rest. Understandable. It's hot out there.
It is very hot. And again, this is game 3 for some people, most teams here.
Yeah,
so
it's third round.
It is.
So match defense once again for 3SB. Seagulls swing it to the far side. Back to the middle. Deep shot now. It's going to hang multiple 3SB defenders underneath it. Never really got near the intended receiver. And 3SB get a break opportunity. Crucial at this stage of the game.
It really is as we start winding down with the 30th minute approaching.
Back to Estrakova.
And it looks like they go back out in the screen.
But that throw went straight to Seagulls.
Zone, excuse me, not screen.
Wrong sport. But Seagulls were not interested in maintaining possession, and 3SB get it back and work it quickly down the sideline. Shot towards the end zone, not quite in. Kralakova Pops back to Estakova. Koshnarova now. Forehand, give and go. Doesn't find the return pass though, but does get the reset. Shot to the end zone, it's high. Faded to this near side, but 3SB read it comfortably. And they will get first break in a while. Králíková with the score.
And Tosnarova there just having the vision and awareness to throw it high and across the field to Králíková for a break there. That was very impressive. And much needed for them too. An expression I always like to say, shooters are going to shoot. And once they shoot, it pays off.
Yeah, crucial break there for 3SB. 1 point away from taking half. I mean, 3SB did try to give Seagulls a short field opportunity, but I guess Seagulls are just a little bit panicked on their end zone offense. And
some might say maybe just got a little too happy with the disc right there in great field position and try to rush the throw. But the 3SBs capitalized, moved it down the disc, or moved the disc down the field, excuse me, and then converted for the break as they try to see if they can get another one.
So 3SB looking fired up on defense now. They want to break for half, cement their lead. Let's see what Seagulls can do in response. Just working this around the back, nice up line. There's a shot going deep. Nicely put out in front of the receiver though. Textbook deep shot.
That was beautiful. The wind just had enough gust to keep it up alive for a little bit longer, but as you can see some dancing there for the Seagulls, some celebration. That's fun to see. But it was just a beautiful putt right there, and it looks like we might have a Galaxy point.
Do indeed. 7 apiece. Next point takes half.
But honestly, just looking at that throw again, oh my goodness, this is a throw as a receiver you just really love to have.
Oh yeah.
A perfect pitch and catch makes you really enjoy those moments. Love the game even more.
Yeah, such a well set up deep shot. Nicely timed. Made it fairly easy for the thrower. Just had to get the disc out in front. And they did it perfectly.
And what I love to see more too, Galaxy point, baby.
Let's go. First of the day, I believe.
I think we might have had an earlier one.
First of the day for me, at least.
Yeah? Best of the day, we should say, so far.
So far, oh yeah. So match defense from Seagulls. Horizontal stack from 3SB. They shoot immediately. It is collected. So they set up their end zone offense. Can't punch it in immediately. Around backhand break. And they put it in. Satori Vusova. Satori Vusova. That is the hardest name on the roster. Do apologize. I was told how to pronounce it, but Satori Vusova. You have to pronounce every letter. That's the difficult bit. It's the IU in the middle. It's the difficult bit. So 3SB do take half. And as they run over to the shade. Good choice, good choice.
Smart strategy. Yeah. And Jeuken too, just being really cool with the disc, throwing some fakes in there and opening up the space for an impressive score to take half for the 3SBs.
We'll be right back after this.
TV.
Connor. Yes, Connor.
have you signed up to the Ulti TV Patreon yet? No, not yet. Why? We best get on it before London Invite. They've got 16 of the best men's and women's teams from around Europe, and it's the last stop before Worlds. And it's only $3.50 a month. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Well, I'll get on it late. It's on the right tab for you there as well.
And as you saw there from our promo from the Ulti TV screen, Luke and I were practicing our pronunciations. Again, I think he's been doing an excellent job. He's giving me a language lesson as well, too. Excuse me.
Yeah, the pronunciation of these surnames is a little bit tricky, but we'll get there, we'll get there. I do have some Czech friends. That hasn't helped me, my pronunciation of these names.
I think so, honestly.
We're getting there, though. Shout out to 3SB for giving us their roster and helping us with the pronunciations before the game.
And honestly, just giving us a good game is here, too. The Seagulls and 3SBs.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't be any better.
Quite a matchup. You'll love to see it. We're just rooting for good ultimate. All right, side stack coming out from Seagulls. Match defense from 3SB. Seagulls immediately shooting deep, wide open receiver in the end zone. And that's about as easy a score as you're ever going to see.
Exactly. And what was cool, too, to see there was the throw actually did she dab the disc away? That was kind of great.
Yeah. Let's go. Seagulls feeling themselves.
And the Seagulls, like, again, a throw like that just to make you go into the end zone, like to push you in, that's
nice throw.
It's marksmanship right there.
Nice throw. Yeah, 3SB need to do a little bit better on that, on defense. But they are trading up, so.
As you can see here, too, just the Seagulls, this is a perfect execution out of the second half for them to see come right out, get a deep shot for an easy score, tie the score up 8-8, and let's see kind of what defensive zone they're going to set out. Maybe they come out in a zone, or maybe they come out.
You got to predict this time. You got to predict.
I got to predict?
I've been burned already. I'm done. No more predictions from me.
I was burned a little earlier, but if I had to assume, I would say, I'm looking in the back, the trees are picking up, wind's still a little bit died. I'm going match.
All right. As we see the zone from Seagulls.
Don't scare me that fast.
Yeah. No, that's pretty matchy. You got it right. It's a bit of a poach, but
yes,
not a full zone. Yeah, poach off that second handler. But 3SB find the space up line. And again, not interested in swinging. They shoot to the end zone. Multiple receivers underneath it, but well read by one of the names I didn't practice during halftime. Mrazova. It's not even that difficult. Nice score from 3SB. Both teams firing on all cylinders on offense.
Keeping it really close, too.
Need to stop using combustion engine analogies.
I think the people
2022,
like it.
You know, we need more environmentally friendly analogies.
That's true. Speaking of environmentally friendly, too, Windmill, I was doing a little research when I was having some exploring time today, and they have all vegetarian and vegan options here, which is quite amazing.
Yeah.
Kind of cutting down on using the agricultural spaces, so.
Would prefer if it was fully vegan, as a vegan, but.
As a vegan as well, too. I have to question, but.
Yeah, it's this egg nonsense at breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
I just had peanut butter and jam sandwiches for breakfast. Very nice.
I think we had an apple, too, right?
And an apple, yeah. We got a bit denied with the bananas, though. I wanted some banana in my peanut butter jam sandwich, but maybe not the jam. I don't know. Peanut butter jam and banana? Definitely peanut butter and banana sandwich.
Yeah,
that works. I'm not sure about the jam.
Also had some Nutella, too.
Yeah, not vegan.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Neither of the chocolate sprinkles.
Oh,
There were dark chocolate sprinkles, but I think they still had milk in. Unfortunate. As Seagulls shooting to the end zone straight away, but collected by the 3SB defense. So they get their first break opportunity of this second half. So they find that gainer to this near side. Working around the back now. Mr. Colfer with the disc. And that zone that you called previous point, or didn't call previous point, even. Oh, nice shot over the top.
That was.
And 3SB off to the races. Had an open receiver on the far side, but it was a little far away. Chooses not to go for it. Smart choice. Doshnerova. And there's the shot to the end zone. Nicely done by 3SB, and they will get their first break of the second half. Tova with the score. Anyway, I was just saying, in the Netherlands, believe it or not, they put chocolate sprinkles on toast for breakfast.
I heard, yeah.
And we had the chocolate sprinkles option at breakfast this morning.
Pretty
Had
interesting.
milk in there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
So yes, but
we'll take what we can get.
see, look here too. Maybe the Seagulls, once they got to the end zone, they kept the zone. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication, excuse me, as the middle of the field just kind of looked open for 3SBs, especially once they got in that red zone and then just punched it in for the score and getting a break too. Go up 10-8. Wow.
Yeah. So Seagulls looked so good on offense in their first possession of this half, but they did get a wide open deep shot given to them by the 3SB defense. Bit of a blow in coverage. 3SB looking much better on defense at that point.
We'll see too.
Converting after the block.
See if they can replicate their success this time too to get another break.
This game's by no means over. Seagulls have it well within their ability to punch in a few points in a row as they find that isolation off the side stack, shoot immediately deep and reel it in. Not quite in the end zone though. Or is it? Some discussion. No one's quite sure whether the catch occurred after the end zone line or not. 3SB single goal, and there's that clean, efficient offense from Seagulls that we saw first point of this half.
And another deep shot there too, like we saw from the first half, or this first point of the second half, I should say. And maybe they just are going to utilize that match defense there to send it deep. They have the throws, they have the matchups, as we saw there.
I feel like we didn't see that much side stack in the first half.
No, not at all.
From Seagulls. Even when, okay, 3SB were playing zone for the first half of the first half at least, but even once 3SB had switched to match, Seagulls typically were playing vert stack. Whereas now this side stack in the second half has been putting in some work for them.
It really has too, especially since initially coming out and the side stack has been doing wonders for both teams. And it could be the answer this one, as the zone was the answer the first half, maybe the side stack for the second half.
10-9. So 3SB on offense, going for a horizontal stack against the Seagulls match. Poach off the middle handler. They clear up line and find the swing. It's over. Oh, huge layup block. Seagulls making plays. There's was an open receiver in the end zone, but looks like the mark fouled the thrower on that pivot. Play will stop and the stall count will reset. What a play from Seagulls.
That was amazing. Just flew right through there for the D.
So Seagulls Just working around the back. Finds the upline pass. Looking end zone, but no one's there. But that one is open. Just a little pop over the top. Finds the receiver in the front corner. And Seagulls bring the score level once again.
And a great break there to reel it down. Again, the Seagulls were down 10-8. Coming back, make it 10-10. Impressive. The game is far from over. As we see here, just this, oh my goodness gracious. What a layout D to Cab. Get the Seagulls back on offense. And then just to punch it in to get the break. Really remarkable stuff there.
And that's a bit demoralizing for 3SB. Their offense looks so good at the start of this half. They got that break, but they get broken straight back. And with a huge defensive play. But all they can do is gather their thoughts and go again. Game is far from over.
Way far from over. As we see here, we still have just about 14 minutes left in the game. Plenty of frizz left.
Big pull from Seagulls. Toshnarova picks up. Zone from Seagulls. 3SB find the gap pretty much straight away. Lead pass in front. Toshnarova shoots it deep. Wide open receiver, loads of space, and comfortably collected by Drakova. That's more like it from 3SB.
3SB just making it look easy right there too. Chucking it down the field, a couple of throws, toss it deep, and then utilizing the open space in the end zone right there. Wow, that rip was from half field.
Nice throw.
If you're 3-speed, that's what you need to kind of cut the bleeding a little bit. You just gave off 2 points, but now you come back with an emphatic exclamation point of your own to get 1 point back and see if you can come back on D to get a break. Restore your 2-point lead.
Yeah, what a way to respond to the game broken. Punching that straight in. They pretty much got ahead of the Seagull zone on the first or second throw and just didn't let up. Went straight for the end zone.
Oh, yeah. Eyes on the prize on that one, some might say. Chucking it half field.
Hey, if the receiver's open.
We're never going to complain about a deep shot. Especially one like that.
I don't know, it's pretty depressing when both teams are just yeeting it to no one. It gets boring real fast.
That's true.
Oh, they throw it deep. Ah, it's a no one. Oh, they throw it deep. Oh, it's a no one.
Seems
No,
like
not this game, though. This game, they're connecting. There's Seagulls past their own brick mark, almost immediately off the pull. Ooh, looking for that upline pass. Is collected, though.
Wow.
Nicely done from Seagulls. Hustling to maintain possession. As they find the reset. Inside shot. On the 3SB brick mark now. But the defense is set. Nice throw out to space. Punishing the face mark. High release backhand to the break side. Nicely reeled in. Doesn't have anyone free in the end zone just yet. Goes to the far side. There's the shot to the end zone, and they do find it. That's some good end zone offense from Seagulls.
What a pretty pass there, too, just to kind of find that window, go underneath the arm, and tuck it away on that boundary. And the Seagulls maybe having a little bit of luck there early on with that floaty pass just kind of going to nowhere, but finding a receiver there and then being cool in the end zone set. Just look at that crossfield and then just easy as you like it. Boom.
Dump, swing, end zone offense. It's been working for basically the entire history of the sport.
And it looks well when it works.
Oh, yeah. $11 apiece. 3SB trading up. 10 minutes left to play. Both teams have scored breaks, but there's nothing separating them as we are, I believe, on serve. It's 3SB, pop the disc between the handlers to start off this possession. Match defense from Seagulls once again. Pick called on that throw from Tosnerova. Discs back in. Finds the receiver once again, but just dropped clap catch from Mrazova. Mrazova, even. We'll get there.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
So, vertical stack from Seagulls. Opts for the reset on the first pass. Then finds a downfield option. Little pop pass in front and another. Bit of 1-2. And a power position. Shot to the end zone and a score. Nicely converted break from Seagulls.
And that's what they need too. I mean, the Seagulls, again, time is getting down to the wire. Both teams trying to look for a break here and there, maybe something to separate them. And for the Seagulls to have that opportunity for the turn and convert it, like you said right there, just giving 1-2 pop passes back and then a beautiful throw up line to convert their break. That's just what they needed. Maybe that can fire some sparks underneath as we have a tightly contested game here.
Oh yeah, Seagulls break up now. With 8 minutes left to play.
Now, as you can see, both teams kind of taking a little bit more time to themselves, just so that way every point counts here, even if they don't win, if it's a draw or anything like that, it accumulates for the points. You want to make sure you give your best and best strategies, best efforts every point you can.
Wrong? Yeah. Sorry. That's
okay
it.
with 15, but I guess it's wrong.
Yeah. Thank you for it.
So all the questions being asked at 3SB at this point. They need this hold. And they are helped somewhat by the pull. Sails out of bounds. 3SB will opt for the brick. Almost immediate poach block from Seagulls, but 3SB find their way through. Zone from Seagulls. 3SB working it through. Tosnerova with the disc now. Still working around the back. There's the first shot through. Can they maintain the momentum? They do not. And Seagulls set up their zone once again. On this far side now. Tosnerova. Infield. To Jakobin. Back to Tosnerova. The other Tosnerova. Finds the sister. Patient offense from 3SB, working it around the back of this zone. Looking over the top. But Tosnerova has to go backwards. There's the shot through. Oh, what a block! Seagulls getting huge Head height layout D gives them the disc, and if they can convert this, it might be all over for 3SB's hopes of winning. As Seagulls save possession and call a timeout. Smart choice, as much as I dislike active play timeouts. They are in the rules still for some reason. And this is big for Seagulls. They looked a little bit hesitant on their offense, and having to rescue a disc like that is not ideal. So just calling this timeout to collect their heads is a smart choice.
Very much is right there too. I guess, especially with the Seagulls, after you get the turn, not forcing any questionable throws, like you said, just having to lay out there might be a little bit out of their comfort zone, but you also have an advantage now where you can do a little bit of time wasting here. Again, the time goes to 70 minutes, and once the 70 minutes hits, that's the point. You don't continue going on after that. So even with the Seagulls wasting a little bit more time to ensure the win.
Yeah, if they convert this, there'll be maybe 2 minutes left of the game to play. And it's unlikely that 3SB will be able to stick 2 points in before time goes. If they stick 1 in, if Seagulls score this quickly and then 3SB put their point in quickly, maybe they can bring it to a 1 point loss, but
so many questions.
It's difficult, it's difficult.
Yes.
3SB essentially need a turnover right now and then a score. To at least send it to something like Universe. Kind of depends on the timing.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing, it kind of takes away from that. We can judge a little bit of a Universe here.
There might be a Universe point. If the well, we've got less than 5 minutes left to play. So if 3SB put this in, the score will be tied. We might only get 1 more point. We might get 2.
Who knows?
We'll have to see. As Seagulls set up their vertical stack, their reset is directly behind the disc. SB choosing their matchups in the stack. Not opting to surround it. One's on the open side. So look for the reset on the first pass. Breakside continuation was stopped by the mark. Good defense from 3SB. As a pick is called.
And a holster there too from the Seagulls, as you can see. Usually maybe within earlier the game they might have taken that deep shot, the chances there, but this time they're being a little bit more cooler.
As we hear the jingle start playing across the field, indicating that this is the last point of the game. So all 3SB can do is hope for a draw. But the point does have to finish. Seagulls with an opportunity to win by 2. Nice inside shot. There's big roll curve back into the end zone. It's going to float a bit wide.
And it's deflected out of bounds.
That was an extremely difficult catch for the receiver. And 3SB now need to punch this in and clutch a draw from the jaws of defeat.
To do so, they have a long way to go, but they can do it. Not favorable field position, but everything comes down to the line on this point.
Yeah, not favorable field position, but they do have the disc, and that's what matters. So they're in their own end zone, but they do find a gap through this zone from Seagulls. The zone's fully set up once again. Break around from Tosnerova. Trapped on that far sideline now. Comfortably working it down. High throw into space. Is reeled in by Drakova. Swing to this near side. Tosnerova. Back to Tosnerova. Far side now. Estakova. Tosnerova. Over the top. as 3SB do find the end zone and clutch the draw. What a way to end the game. That was very tense. Seagulls had such a good opportunity to win. But well played from 3SB, clutching out the draw, going the full length of the field against the Seagull zone. And the game will end 12 apiece.
What an exciting game from the beginning to the conclusion. I mean, hardly any separation between the two. Very well-matched teams, very well played. It was an amazing game to watch.
Yeah, incredible stuff. But the game does end 12 apiece with a draw. Next up, we've got some mixed division action, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.